Matt Modi here with OddsJam, and in this video, giving you some of my favorite DFS plays for Thanksgiving football. I keep wanting to say Thursday night football, but technically it is Thursday, but it is better than a Thursday. It is Thanksgiving. So giving my DFS plays, obviously we have 3 games being played on Thursday, which means that there's a ton of opportunities to find some awesome DFS plays. DFS specifically, I'm going to be talking about PrizePicks, Underdog, and Thrive. Excuse me. But starting off, I have 2 awesome plays in the Bills versus Lions game on PrizePicks. One, Jared Goff. We're taking his over passing yards. And I'll zoom in a little bit here. We're taking his over passing yards. So these 2 columns right here are PrizePicks. Look at Jared Goff and where his passing yardage is priced compared to every other book. Now, there's an even better play on Josh Allen that we will get to, but 240.5 on PrizePicks. The closest book is Underdog, which is right here at 242. And I guess WinBet has it at 241. I did miss that one. WinBet has it at 241, but every other book, 245.5 on FanDuel, 245.5 on BetMGM, 246.5 on Caesars and DraftKings. Pinnacle, and this is very important, Pinnacle has it at 246.5 as well. 245 on Tipico and PointsBet. And then here, 5 to 6 yards lower than the majority of sportsbooks, we have PrizePicks at 240.5. Now, 242.5 I still think is a pretty good over on Underdog. It's not as good as PrizePicks, but I still think that's worth taking. But Jared Goff over 240.5 passing yards on PrizePicks, I think is awesome. What I'm using, and I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning. I'm using the OddsJam screen, and when you use the OddsJam screen, what you're trying to do, the goal, is to just look across all of the different sports books and take advantage of books that have mispriced lines. In this case, specifically player props. So if you have every single sports book and where they price a prop at on one screen, you can take advantage of ones that have them mispriced, right? Like right here, 240.5 is a wild mispriced line on PrizePicks, 240.5. And then even bigger, and this is just insane. I had to go to PrizePicks because I wanted to confirm that this was right. The Josh Allen over under 290.5 passing yards on PrizePicks is just madness. I've never seen a gap this big between the sports books. 290.5 on PrizePicks. Look across the board. The closest one, the literal closest one, is Underdog at 275. That is 15 yards lower than what PrizePicks has. Pinnacle has it at 272, as does DraftKings, as does Caesars, 18 yards. And then we even have some sports books that have it in the 260s, like FanDuel, 261.5, FoxBet, 261.5. This is also a really good over to take on FanDuel, right? Over 261.5 at minus 114 odds. Every book has it like 10 yards higher than what FanDuel does. So you could really just middle this, right? With PrizePicks, obviously it's a little bit different because PrizePicks, you have to parlay them together. You have to add 2 different plays. But you could still middle it and possibly win both depending on how your other bets do. But I think this is a really good over on FanDuel and an incredible, this is my absolute favorite PrizePicks play of the whole slate. An incredible under on Josh Allen, 290.5 passing yards. So you could go across the board and you could find a pretty good play for almost every quarterback. Like Daniel Jones, over 190.5 passing yards. PrizePicks has it at 190. WinBet and Tipico have it at 192. Every other book has it above this number, 193 on Betway, Thrive, or 192, excuse me. Yeah, Betway has it at 193, Thrive, Pinnacle, 193.5. That's obviously very important. DraftKings at 193.5. That's really good. BetMGM has it even higher at 194. So this Daniel Jones one is really good. No value here on Dak. So finally the one book in which they finally have some sort of alignment. Every book has it at 246. No value here. But look at Mac Jones. PrizePicks again has this mispriced 220.5. Every other book has it above this number, 224, 223, 223, 224, 222, which is the closest one, 222. 225 on PointsBet. This is probably another good middle opportunity. Now, not nearly as juicy as the 30-yard swing from FanDuel to PrizePicks, but PointsBet is the clear outlier as high as they are at 225. PrizePicks is the clear outlier at 220.5, how low they are. So you middle that, you get a 5-point swing or 5-yard swing of where this could land, and you win both. And then nothing here on the Kirk Cousins one, but that's 4 really good PrizePicks props to add. Just from looking at the player passing yards. Like if we want to go, we can look at other stats, right? Like rushing yards. We can find, or receiving is what I have up here. We can find more really good plays. Now here's a good under on PrizePicks, 58.5 for Gabe Davis receiving yards. Take his under. On Underdog as well, you can take it under PrizePicks and Underdog. Every other book has it at 55.5, 53.5, and DraftKings and Pinnacle favor it going under at 55.5. So not only is it priced the yardage above these 2 books, but these 2 books still favor it going under, -120 on the under versus -110 on the over, -118 on the under versus -112 on the over, favoring the under. And then we have FanDuel all the way down at 53.5. Probably another good middle opportunity, honestly. Every other book has it in between this, in between the 53.5 and the 58.5. And you'd be surprised. I know we like to call some sports books square, which some of them clearly definitely are, but you'd be surprised at how good they are mostly at getting these props close to what they price it at. So the sports books are telling you that it probably will end. This line will probably close, or I guess I should say Gabe Davis will probably end with between 54 and 58 receiving yards. If he does, you can win both. So this is a really good receiving one. If we want to keep going, I can find a couple more. We're looking at another under, Dalton Schultz, under 42.5. Every other book has it at 35 or 36. Just an insane play. So there's a couple, I think I have 5 or 6 different PrizePicks plays for you guys, 2 or 3 Underdog plays for you guys, showing you how you can use the OddsJam screen to find some absolutely remarkably profitable and insane plays. Here's another one. Darius Slayton under. Every other book has it at 46, 47, 48. PrizePicks has it all the way up at 50.5. Take him to go under. But that's going to be it for this video. So a bunch of different plays for you guys. Hopefully you're able to tail and cash some and make some money. But that's all I got. So appreciate you guys watching and have a good one.